Okay guys, so in this video, we're going to take a look at the recent trade chatter that's been surrounding the Winnipeg Jets. We'll take a look at some players around the league that they could potentially be looking at and read some tweets from NHL insiders who have additional information on what kind of tricks these old Jets may have up their sleeves. But first, before we get into our trade chat, if you guys are a fan of these style of hockey videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button as I upload hockey content daily and would really enjoy if you joined along for the ride. Okay, so back to the Jets. I think many of us can agree that the Jets have been having a dynamite season so far. They really are. And I think that they're a team that can definitely be capable of going deep in the playoffs. However, as many of you may remember, I am not a huge fan of the Jets defense right now. And lately, things just went from bad to worse, as head coach Paul Maurice has confirmed Nathan Beulieau will miss the remainder of the season after his recent surgery. So now, things get even more interesting on the Jets blue line, but with the April 12th trade deadline quickly approaching, there has been quite a bit of chatter about the Jets management actively seeking a defenseman of late. And if the Jets put Beulieau on their long-term injured reserve list, this would give them some much more needed cap space to target a good defenseman. So the first possibility I want to talk about is the Nashville Predators' Mattias Ekholm. And it is surprising that rumors are still surfacing about this guy, as the Predators are now very close to a playoff position themselves. And you know, they've been a really hot team of late. Although apparently the Jets are one of the teams who are still showing lots of interest in Ekholm, along with the Habs, the Flyers, and the Bruins. But there's a problem here, because the asking price for Ekholm right now appears to be a little too steep, with recent reports from Darren Drager's podcast stating that the Predators were asking for a first-round pick, Jets top prospect Ville Heinola. I'm not sure if I just butchered that name, but hey, I tried. And something else as well. So yeah, a little pricey if you ask me. I know Ekholm is a beast, but the Predators are really gonna want something big in return for this guy. So it's a double-edged sword. Not cool. There has also been some speculation around the Columbus Blue Jackets defenseman David Savard and whether or not the Jets could potentially be looking at making a move to acquire this man ahead of the deadline. And I do like this one a little more, as Savard is a solid defenseman and could probably be had for cheaper than Ekholm. And Savard's cap hit could potentially be worked out. He makes $4.25 million this season. Savard is also a rental, which makes things a little easier, especially with the Seattle draft expansion on the horizon. So yeah, Savard, I like this one a little better. I think he's going to be cheaper, and the fact that he's a rental, that's the icing on the cake. And the third name I'm going to talk about here that gets tossed around quite a lot of late is Dave Manson's son. Remember him? Dave Manson? That guy was a beast. His son Josh, he is also an intimidating beast, and would likely become a fan favorite in Winnipeg. Josh Manson currently plays for the struggling Anaheim Ducks, and this is a team that is probably about to go through a rebuild of some sort. I mean, there's more chance of becoming a snow salesman in Alaska right now than the Anaheim Ducks cracking a playoff position. So, apparently Manson has been on the block, and of course, right down the line here, whenever we see a defenseman's name as trade bait, we're going to see the Jets come in like a bunch of rabid dogs, looking to add him to their group. Now, Manson is fairly young, and if I'm the Jets, this is another one of these low-key guys that I'd be kind of chasing. His cap hit is $4.45 million, so it's still in that ballpark of doable, and the Jets may have to work some magic to get it done. If the Jets are trying to make a trade right now of this magnitude, they probably have to convince the team to try and take on a guy like Matthew Perreault's contract right now. Yeah, he's been around the Jets organization now for quite some time, and fans are probably going to miss him, but when you look at the numbers, it only makes sense, right? So what are they going to do? I don't know. If it's me, I'm looking at David Savard the hardest here. Yeah, Manson sounds pretty cool too, but Manson has a long list of injuries that is, it's kind of scary. It's some scary shit. shit, these injuries. And Mattias Ekholm, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure on the cost right now. The Predators are too close to a playoff position, and they've been playing really good of late, unlike the Columbus Blue Jackets. So I'm not sure if the Nashville Predators are going to be really interested in trading Ekholm unless the Jets send them a package that they just can't ignore. If they can't refuse the offer, then obviously they're going to take it, right? Anyway, is there anybody else out there that you think the Jets could be potentially trying to add to their team? Who is currently on your wish list? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as always, and have a good night, my friends.